Hello there. It's currently, I believe, about 2 in the afternoon. I'm in bed. I've got a hair situation going on, um, and I can't get to sleep. You'd think that's not really a problem because it's 2 p.m., but I'm nocturnal. So that's a problem, the fact that I can't get to sleep. So I figured I'd talk to you until I was tired. That's a mess right there. Don't worry about that. That's fine. Just don't look at it. Just I'll cover it. That's whatever. The important thing is Zootropolis. That's what I think is important right now. And you might think that it isn't, but it is. And even though I haven't seen it, I feel qualified to comment on a certain aspect of it that I'm bothered by. I'm significantly troubled. I worry. It might possibly even be the reason I can't get to sleep right now. And some of you American viewers might notice that I called it Zootropolis as opposed to Zootopia. That's the issue. I have the issue that in the UK, the excellently named film Zootopia has been renamed to Zootropolis for reasons I have not been bothered to Google. However, I do feel that Zootopia is the superior title, and that Zootropolis is a worse title, in fact, inferior. As for why this is the case, it's because Zootopia, as you may or may not be aware, is an excellent portmanteau of the words zoo and utopia. And that's wonderful. I like it. It conveys what the film's about. A utopia of animals. It's what we want to hear. Zootropolis, on the other hand, conveys an entirely different message. It's a portmanteau of zoo and metropolis. And while metropolis might give you thoughts of a big city, or perhaps Superman, if you're that way inclined, it also gives across the idea of the classic expressionist film Metropolis, in which the city is not a good thing. So, those are my thoughts on that film. It might be on DVD soon. Who knows? Google it. I certainly won't. But I fear that's not enough for you in one video. That's a minor topic that you could do without. So I think that I'm going to do something better, and I'm going to read something to you. Recently, as a result of being friends with the ever lovely Molly Stone, pictured here, I had the fortune of being involved in the Nottingham University anthology project, Vices and Virtues book, where I wrote a poem and it's now published in a book. That's surreal. I'm still not quite used to that, even though I have a physical copy right here. Oh, look at that. It's almost as if I'd planned this ahead. I had. Will have. Temporal confusion is what that was. I apologise. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to very awkwardly try to read you my poem that is within this book. So, let's see how that goes, if you're sitting comfortably. We were gifted a garden, a tree lay within. We plucked fruit from the tree, our original sin. What followed were the sins which laid us to waste, the vices that held us from the virtues we chased. Envy, yellow happiness we feel for a friend, stained red with the blood that brings friends to an end. Envy is the orange of the longest sunset, drawn out as the longing for what we do not have yet. Confuse not lust for love, though similar they seem, for love's red is tender, but lust's red obscene. Our heart leads us onward, pumps blood through our veins. Driven by lust, it's left empty, its efforts in vain. Gathering gold's a fool's errand, though fools we all are. Our greed too is gold as the stars. It tempts us to reach, still reaching we grow old. In death it lays with us, our greed, our fool's gold. Gluttony is as green as the plagues we must suffer, as our kings and queens feast left to starve their own brother. Nature's growth too is green, the plants we produce, yet we cut down more and more for the few to consume. What will lead us to death, what comes after the feast, is what makes us inhuman, what likens us to beast. The sloth is non-moving, 'tis as brown as the rust, which leads us to death, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Through pride we are proud, it is white as a cloud. It feels pure, we are sure, 'tis the sin we're allowed. Hold not to thy pride, lest it be thy downfall. Pride compares us to the Lord, he is mightiest of all. Worst of all, wrath, like the night, pitch black. It feeds on our anger, it leads our attack. Upon our souls it is written, like commandments in stone. Give in to thy wrath, thou shalt face life alone. So that's my poem that I wrote. It's called The Colours of Sin. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Probably not from my bed.